Hi guys. Well, we're now into August of 2020 and I've been asking the Lord, why is it that as Satan seems to be bringing his mask down so we can see who's there, we seem to be having to put on masks. And these Illuminati cards certainly tell the story of what's going on. But this one, in a previous video of mine, and of course I've also shown the serpent over the top of United States, Canada and out along the Aleutian Islands with a mask over it as well. So masks have been a long time coming with my videos as well. And I was simply asking the Lord, what's it all about? Why is Satan taking down his mask and requiring us to put ours on? Why is it that President Trump seemed to have so many problems with putting on a mask in the beginning, but then eventually put one on? And of course, as I'm asking this, I'm just trying to get a grasp of what this is all about. And I heard in my spirit that Donald Trump is the mask, not what's behind the mask, but is the mask. And that confused me. And for a couple of weeks, I've hung on to that and done some research, just trying to find information of what the Lord was saying to me there, that Donald Trump is the mask. And so part of the journey of trying to find a little bit more information out, I started by going to Trump Tower and just taking a look at that. And of course the first thing you will notice here that there is what looks like a spear tip pointing downwards, Carter, downwards. As we count these plants or trees in the spear tip itself, we can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6, 6, 6 on each part of that triangle. But they reduce by 1 each time. So this row will have 6, this 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 4 is 15, plus 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20, and the last one, 21. And we know that 3 sevens are 21. Now the occultists, we've learnt from previous videos of mine, use the lightning flash or the 777 motif, because you can see here 1 7, 2 sevens and 3 sevens. The occultists use 777 as a depiction of Satan, because in Luke 10:18 the Lord himself said, and he said to them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So isn't that interesting that we've got 666 and 777 right there at the same spot? So if we go to Luke 10:18 again, and I beheld lightning fall from heaven, even though this is written in Greek, in Hebrew or Aramaic, as Jesus would have been speaking at the time, lightning is barak. Lightning fall from heaven, and heaven in Hebrew is word H1116, bama. Barak, fall from heaven, Obama. But here is Barack Obama on the 10th anniversary of 9/11, on 9/11, reading Psalm 46. And in Psalm 46, specifically 46:10, he's reading, Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. Well, what does this word exalted mean? It's to be lifted up high, at a high or powerful level, elevated, prominent, superior, lofty. And we can find this same word, exalt, in Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, or El. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Well, let's now go to Google Earth and take a look at something that jumped out at me while I was looking at it. This is East 44th Street in New York. And Barack Obama was the 44th president. So it's incredible that right here at the head of this 44th Street, we have 3 with an arrow pointing down. So what does the number 3 mean in the scriptures? G3 is a destroying angel, Abaddon. And here it is in Revelation 9:11. Now, wasn't Barack Obama reading that on 9/11, on the anniversary of 9/11? Here it is, Abaddon, G3, a destroying angel. And Abaddon's name is also known as Apollyon. So Apollyon is Satan. Here it is, right here. You mean to say that Barack Obama is the 44th president, and Jesus said, I saw Satan as lightning fall from heaven, and he would have said that most likely as Barack Obama? And here on 44th Street we have 3, which means Satan. Are you kidding me? That couldn't just be coincidence, could it? Well, what's on the other side of the street? A church centre. What's that number right there, guys? 777. Are you kidding me? 777? Lightning from heaven? Are you kidding me? Satan, that old serpent, got this started a long time ago back in the garden by deceiving Adam and Eve. And one part of you got split off. One part of you is connected to the Most High above, and the other part, the flesh realm, is dragging you right to the pit. So there's 2 yous, one going up and one going down. And if we were to drag those 2 a little bit closer together, what would we get? We would get UN. Let's go back here to Satan, 44th President, Barack Obama, Satan, 777, Satan, and we'll turn it around and see what's backing this very spot. And friends, it is the UN, United Nations. And when this COVID-19, COVID-19, 3 Satan, sheep, slaughter, pandemic got going, who was at the top of it getting going elsewhere in the world with what seemed to be a deception? At least that's what President Trump said. They weren't doing their job. Well, it was the World Health Organization. Well, where are they? They have their head office at United Nations. This word nations in the Bible can mean a flight of locusts, a united flight of locusts. And in Revelation 9:11, they had a king over them, whose name in Greek is Apollyon, and Hebrew it is Abaddon, who was king of the locusts. Well, who's that? Let's take a look. Abaddon, G3, whose name in the Greek tongue is Apollyon, and Apollyon is Satan. Let's take a look at the World Health Organization and United Nations logos. Are you kidding me? These are both at the same spot. They're identical, but the World Health Organization has a serpent right over the top of the earth. I mean, are you kidding me? This is so crazy. If you're new to my channel, you'll need to know that this word bloom has weaved its way through my videos many times, because it just keeps on coming up. And it's quite often associated with locusts, and this is Locust Road in Bloomington. It's associated with the number 666, and it's associated with deadly events. And this Bloomington here led us to MH370 that went missing Here is another one, a massacre site, San Bernardino, 6.66 miles to Bloomington Road, Bloomington. This is the most recent in George Floyd killing site, 6.66 miles to the nearest Bloomington. And it was quite amazing that I put this in the same video as the George Floyd video. And here is Bloom. This is the plaque at the Hoover Dam. And I didn't even realise it at the time when I put this in. But here is this fellow with Baphomet / the devil on his stomach or midriff here, on his torso. And he's standing on a man underwater, which obviously you wouldn't be breathing, and he's standing on his neck. That's just almost identical, other than the water, what happened to George Floyd. So this word bloom keeps on coming up. And we also have in Ezekiel 13:20, wherefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against your pillows, wherewith ye hunt the souls, to make them fly. And this fly is H6524, which we can see here has a word bloom in it, specifically to fly, to spread the wings, most likely referring to locusts. So let's go now to Google Earth and see what else we can find today. As the locusts in Revelation 9:11 have a king over them called Abaddon, Apollyon / Satan, I thought we'd start at 9/11 here and the World Trade Center, and I've drawn a line. Let's zoom out, take a little journey, and the first place we go over is Trump Tower on 5th Avenue. We continue our journey along the yellow line, and we intersect, believe it or not, with a second Trump Tower in White Plains in New York. That's crazy how that they could line up. Let's see what else we can find here now to involve a bloom or a Bloomington or a Bloomingdale. Bloomingdale Pond. And this is Bloomingdale Road. Let's see what we can find. First off, we'll colour in these two buildings here that look amazingly like a broken gun. Then we'll measure from Trump Tower, White Plains, New York, over to Bloomingdale Road, in the middle of the road, right in front of the entrance to this large car park. To the middle of the road is exactly 777 yards. From a previous video, you'll have seen this clear area here looking quite like a missile. And here we have Bloomingdale Pond, Bloomingdale Road, a broken gun, and 777 yards. 777 yet again. Now if we put in 666 Bloomingdale Road, White Plains, New York, USA, it's the same spot, guys. How mind-blowing is that? So what's the source of all of this? Well, it's Satan. Satan's the source of all of this intrigue. What's the name of this shopping centre that we're outside of here? It's called The Source. So if we take a little bit further look at this thing that looks like a broken firearm, we see a small street here, right where the trigger would be, and it's called Hiram Street. So I think we should have a look at what Hiram means. And if we go to a baby name site, Hiram here, you can see, means a destroyer. My brother is exalted. there's that word exalted we've seen before, right here, when Barack Obama was reading it. Now we have it again, and it means a destroyer, or my brother is exalted. And further he says, a king of Tyre from the Old Testament. Well, let's go and have a look at what the king of Tyre is all about. And is the king of Tyre prophecy in Ezekiel 28 referring to Satan? Well, let's take a look and have a read ourselves. Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God, Thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, the topaz, the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou wast created. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created, till iniquity was found in thee. By multitude of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God. I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities. Folks, this sounds just like Lucifer. As I'd got to that page, I thought I would copy this and put it in the PowerPoint ready to do this vid. And as I tried to copy it, this picture arrived over the top. It scrambled the page, so you can see here baby names. And this picture appeared from nowhere. It was from this page. There is no picture on that page, yet as I copied it, this arrived. Are you kidding me? So, friends, we have to look at this and say, well, what's the message here? And the message I can see is that Hiram, with that little devil baby, is the destroyer here, and his finger is on the trigger. I think we're about to have another large event triggered. Now, if we look at timelines, we'll see that from the very first turn of soil of the Pentagon, it is 60 years on 9/11 that the first sod or turf was turned over to build the Pentagon. And it is 19 years this year, in 2020, that 9/11 event happened in New York. And 19 in the Bible means slaughter. Folks, get yourself close to the Lord. There's a message in here, and I think we just need to be prepared for anything that comes. Pray for the people of America. Peace and grace.